Hello everyone, Reese from RJC Models here, and I'm coming at you with the first episode of the Saladin Mark II British armoured car in 35th scale by Black Label and Dragon. So I'm going to move some cameras around and get you in position so you guys can see what. Okay, so the first part of this build is removing these tabs from the upper hull. So these tabs just here, and making sure that they're nice and clean. So what I'm going to do, oops, is drop my knife on the bench. What I'm going to do is just take a pair of side cutters. These are sort of Citadel standard ones. They work quite fine for me. And what I'm going to do is just nice and tight into the part there, as you can see, and just clip that away. I'm going to actually take it down a little bit, so I'm going to clip it to about there. And then we just left with a little nub, and the same with the three on the back here. So I'm just going to get rid of those, like that. Oh, and they go pinging off somewhere, a bit like that. So now what we're left with is the little nub marks just here. What I normally do is, because we've got some little details just in there, is I shall take my Storm Morton and just gently cut out at that sort of area, like so, these little white marks, and then sand them flat so they're nice and out of the way. So what I like to do is place it on the flat surface so it's out of the way. Find where that detail is so it's just there. So I'm cutting down towards the cutting mat a bit like this, so it's out of the way. There we go. And what I'll do is, actually, if that doesn't work, what I normally do is I'll just take my knife like this, so I'm using it like a little chisel, and then I'll just carefully, this is a new blade, so I haven't really got to be really quite careful because these are quite sharp. So I'll carefully take the nub down. You can still see a nasty bit, there's a little bit of a ridge just there. So what we'll do is I'll then come, being very careful, I'll then come from the bottom and slide my way up like that, taking that off there very, very gently. There we go. So I've now hit that ridge with the knife. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so what I'm going to do now is, so I'm going to just clean up these nubs just here, as you can see, these little white bits of plastic. So what I'll do is I shall take my blade, this one I've done already, take my blade and just gently chisel it down until we get to that little lip, something a little bit like that. There we are, we're now at that lip, and then I'll come from the top, as you can see, this line just here, that line just there. So what I'll do is I'll gently, oops, drop my knife. What I'll gently do is I'll then take that and then run the knife down the seam like that, so it's now got rid of that bit. And then what I'll do is I'll come in with a sanding stick and get rid of that part just like that. So again, what I'll do is, to show you again, slide it down like that so it takes off the majority. Again, being very careful because these Swan Morton blades are really quite sharp. Getting rid of that so it's nice and taken off. And then for the last one, because there's still a little bit of flash on this bit, I shall again do it again. Slide it down till you hit that ridge, and then cut it down a little bit like that. So what I'll do now is I'll take a sanding stick like this one, and then just gently sand away the excess that we've got there. I believe that this is I want to be a little bit careful, because I believe that these are parts to these parts just here. Let me just get a pointer. There we go, pointy stick. I believe these parts just here are for gluing on something onto, so something does attach to there. So I'm being very careful not to sand those down. So what I'll do, again, I'll very gently sand that down, as you can see. so it's nice and flat, level feel with my finger. If I'm not satisfied, then I'll carry on going. So I'll keep going with the sanding until I'm happy. Again, I'm not doing any pressure, I'm just letting the sanding stick do the work. If I'm finding that this one isn't working, what I'll then do is I'll switch to a coarser sanding stick, twig, whatever you want to call them. So this is a bit coarser. Again, no pressure on the part with the sanding stick, and just gently taking it out like that. Here we go. So, and then because this little bit just raised just there, what I'll do, nice and gently take that down like that, so it takes it away. Again, do a lot of feeling. If you feel it a lot, you should feel how smooth it is. So this one's still a bit rough and a bit of a nub. So again, even what I'll do sometimes is I'll do this. So I'll hold the sanding stick like that on the part and just gently sand away like that until I'm happy with the finish, which is kind of somewhat getting there, but I've got a little bit of a visible nub there. So I'll come this way then, hold it up to the part and just gently sand that bit down. So what I'll do is I'll go away and sand these bits, and then I'll come back and show you the next part, which is I think this is an engine cover that's going to go on there. So I'll finish these bits up and then come back and show you the engine part. Okay guys, so coming through to the next part, which I believe is the engine cover. We are just going to find it now. So we are looking for part A10. So let's have a look through here. So this is obviously sprue A, and we're looking for part number 10, which I believe is just this one just here. So again, very much the same as last time. We're going to snip this bit off, clean it up. There we go. Actually, this bit's cleaned quite well. So what I'll show you is this bit's cleaned quite well, so I'm not actually going to need to I won't need to clean this bit up. So what I'll do is I'll show you what I normally do in this when I get like this. So I'll just get a sanding sponge with a stick either side, gently file away at that bit until the white bits go away. Again, if I need to, I'll swatch sanding sticks and take that down like that. Again, nice and tidy, making it nice and neat, as you can see coming through. Until you can't see that, have a feel of it, feel the part, see if it's smooth, which this part is now. Take your sanding sponge, just get rid of all those sharp sanding parts that you've done, like that, nice and smooth. And then what I usually try to do, what I find best to do, is dry fit. So here's the part that we cut off earlier, here's the engine cover, and as you can see, that's going to sit in there a little bit, get the right way up, a little bit like that. So sliding it in, making sure it all fits. There we go. A little bit like that. So that's nice and snug in there now. So what I'll do is actually, usually I'll take it out and clean it up if it needs any more, but as you can see there, that's in there quite nice. So what I'll do is I'll just get some Tamiya extra thin, give it a shake because I'm getting near low, and then just pop that on there. Again, I'll do some on the other side. So the next part we're looking for is these pieces just here, but I think this is a handle and a pickaxe. So what I'll actually do is leave that part on until the very end, and look at the next big structural pieces. So the next big structural pieces are the hatches, so the 6 hatches just here. So what I'll do is I'll go away and I shall put that all together and then you can come back and see how I'm getting on. Okay, so what I've done here is I've gone away and I've glued these are the engine hatches. So I've glued the engine hatches on there because there are 6. You won't want to sit here and watch me prepare and glue in all 6. So yeah, I've done that and the hatches are in there now. I have prepared, I believe this is a bit of front armour plating. The driver's hatch I've also done, and I've also got ready the lower hull. So what I'll do is I'll show you putting this all together. So we've got the armour plating going on here, which will sit on there, I believe, a little bit like that. So what we'll do is I'll grab some glue quick, and I shall glue that onto there. Okay, so I went away and had a look at gluing that front armour panel on there, but I think what we're better to do is to fit this onto here first, a little bit like that. There we go, nice click, and then to glue that panel in. So now that's in there, what I'm going to do, just run some glue around the edge here. Again, I'm going to put it at an angle so the capillary action does its thing. Pop that in there like that. Again, nice all around the edges, a little bit like this. To the edges. Same this side. Put that on there. And because this kit hasn't got any interior, I'm not really too bothered about painting the inside there. So, and a lot of this will be closed up anyway, so you're not really going to be able to see it. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll pop that onto there, a little bit like that. There we go. So that's nice and glued onto there. A bit like that, and then come along with the armour panel. That will sit on there like that. Fits on there nicely. So I'll glue that to there, like that, and then like that. Pop that on there, and that's on there like that. Okay, so here I have the driver's hatch. Pop that onto there like that. See if it fits nicely. Which it kind of does. It needs a bit of fiddling. Which I think that will do it. Oh no, let's put it the right way up. So it'll sit on there like that. Nicely like that. And then come in with the glue and pop it on there like that. Okay guys, so that's the main hull done. Looking very nice. What I'll do is, next time I shall show you the suspension. I'll do one wheel and then go away and do the rest because it's quite tedious and I don't want to bore you guys too much. So, thank you guys for watching. I shall see you next time. Keep an eye out for this one. Part 2 should be very shortly. Thank you guys for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye guys.